When most people hear the term deepfake, this image may jump to mind. While images like this, His Holiness Pope Francis in a puffy coat, seems innocuous, most are, as the chairwoman just indicated, quite insidious. Take the AI-generated image, for example, the Gaza image on screen. Since the armed conflict between Israel and Hamas first broke out, false images created by generative technology have proliferated throughout the internet. As a result, these synthetic images have created an algorithmically driven fog of war, making it significantly more difficult to differentiate between truth and fiction. Just last year, at the outset of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, a fabricated video of Ukrainian President Zelensky calling for Ukrainian soldiers to lay down their weapons, also referenced by the chairwoman, circulated on social media very widely. It was a deepfake, but thanks to Ukraine's quick response to Russian disinformation, it was quickly debunked. Welcome to the new frontier of disinformation. Geopolitics are one realm of deepfakes, but let's look at some numbers. According to one study, 96% of deepfake videos are of non-consensual pornography. 96%. Another report confirmed that deepfake pornography almost exclusively targets and harms young women. Knowing this, it should be no surprise that the very first deepfake ever created depicted the face of a famous female celebrity superimposed onto the body of an actor in a pornographic video. These kinds of manipulated videos are already affecting students in our schools. In one instance, a group of high school students in New Jersey used the images of a dozen female classmates to make AI pornography. This is wrong. It threatens lives and self-esteem among young people, and it needs to be stopped. Earlier this year, Ranking Member Joe Morrell introduced a bill called the Preventing Deepfakes of Intimate Images Act. The bill bans non-consensual images. The order instructs the Secretary of Commerce, of sharing synthetic intimate images and creates additional legal courses of action for those who are affected. I'm a co-sponsor of that legislation and urge all of my colleagues to join us in this important effort. Congress must not shy away from preventing harmful proliferation of deepfake pornography. But it's not just deepfake videos that we have to worry about. With AI, scammers have the ability to easily create audio that mimics a person's voice, matching age, gender, and tone. Thousands of Americans are scammed over the telephone every year using this very technology, and deepfake capabilities further exacerbate the problem. So what can we do? AI image detecting tools are being developed and used to help verify the authenticity of machine-generated images. Other tools place watermarks on AI-generated media to indicate that the media is synthetically created. While these tools improve and evolve, both the public and the private sector must cooperate to educate the public on where these tools are and how to use them. Government and the private sector must collaboratively highlight the dangers and consequences of deepfakes and teach how to combat this misinformation and its abuse. Private developers must implement policies that preserve the integrity of truth and to provide transparency to users. That's why I joined the letter led by Representative Kilmer and the New Democratic Coalition AI Working Group that requests leaders of prominent generative AI and social media platforms to provide information to Congress, outlining efforts to monitor, identify, and disclose deceptive synthetic media content. And the public sector is already taking bold, consequential steps toward collaboration and comprehensive solutions. I applaud the efforts of the Biden administration to secure commitments from 7 major AI companies to help users identify when content is, in fact, AI generated and when it's not. The Biden administration took a resolute and unprecedented step last week when it issued its executive order on artificial intelligence. The sweeping executive order speaks directly to the issues we seek to examine today. It leans on tools like watermarking that can help people identify whether what they're looking at online is authentic as a government document or a tool of disinformation. The order instructs the Secretary of Commerce to work enterprise-wide to develop standards and best practices for detecting fake content and tracking the provenance of authentic information. I trust this subcommittee will conduct meaningful oversight of these efforts because we as a nation need to get this right. I'm proud that the administration has taken the first step in performing its role as a global leader in addressing generative technology. I also look forward to hearing more today about existing and evolving private sector solutions and suggestions. We already know Congress must continue to fund essential research programs that support the development of more advanced and effective deepfake detection tools. Funding for research through DARPA and the National Science Foundation is critical. That requires a fully funded government. I once again urge all of my colleagues on this and the other side of the aisle to fulfill a constitutional duty and work with us to pass a bipartisan, long-term funding agreement. I thank the Chairwoman, Ms. Mace, for holding this hearing and emphasizing the harm of deepfakes and disinformation, and look forward to any legislative action that may follow this endeavor. I yield back.